In the last episode, we defeated a bunch of fishmen and cultists and even some bandits in the coves. So let's not go there again, and let's play the Darkest Dungeon. We're also sitting on 7,800 gold, which is very, very good to have. It's better than not having it. So let's see if we can upgrade things here. We need to upgrade this first. So we need more deeds, and that's probably why you want a lot of those in the beginning rounds. And we definitely want to have a certain level of upgrades before we actually go for the first boss battles. So right now I'm kind of looking for something that gives us deeds or something really, really, really immensely useful. Also, the Knight's Crest. This gives us deeds. So we are in for that. We'll go with that. The rest is more of a bonus here. But yeah, we want to have that. Okay, the ruins. Ruins means we can send in Reynold here. So you can have a break. And in fact, since we're going to go to the ruins, we might as well assemble a party right now. You have the abilities I want, so you're best in the 3rd and 4th position. We'll put you in the 4th right now. Okay, I think I want Jester in the group. A single ray of humor. I'm not sure if that actually gives you anything to work with, or anything positive or negative. I think we'll just send in the grave robber here. Okay, so we're gonna keep about 4,000 left over, and then we'll maybe even 5,000. You are not very specific in your requirements, so we'll just send you into the prayer. Actually, is going to the bar cheaper? Probably not, because we have the drinking already sorted out. Yeah, no, you're gonna pray. You're gonna pray. Okay, do we need you? I don't actually think this guy needs to be cured of anything, or needs to be put in any stress relief activities, because he's fine. I mean, you saw how much damage he deals. And you can't keep these guys around with only kills, and also with traps, because the bounty hunter has a high chance of trap removal. So that's also a good way to get rid of stress if you get scouting checks. That's a big if. I mean, you saw we didn't get any last time. And once again, I tried to be rather over-prepared than under-prepared. So, 3 of those, 3 of those, 3 of those, maybe? 3 of those. A bunch of food. And we're going to keep 12 food, 14 food. And you do want some torches. Like, a full stack of torches should do for one trip. I mean, it's only a short trip, so we might get this done. Let's embark. Oh yeah, that's a really good hint here. You can retreat, and I find that this is one of those games that really that I really a fan in that regard. You can always retreat. You can always run away. This button is always there. You can run from combat, even though you might lose a guy or two. You can run from a quest. You can never say, okay, I had no chance. The game forced me to go further. The game tempts you to go further. The game lures you to go further. But it never forces you.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So yeah, it is very, very fair in that regard. Oh, seriously? I forgot one... I forgot one negative trait. I didn't notice that. Damn it! Oh, Reynold. You had that coming. You definitely had that coming.
Spring to life with a singular purpose.
3 light is fine. 3 light means we don't gain more loot. We also don't gain more scouting checks. And luckily we bought a shovel.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Let's read that. Oh, some stress. Well, that happens. Also, we lost a lot of light there. Actually, we only lost light and didn't gain stress. Let's try not to use all of our torches on this way, because there's a lot of stuff to come. Ooh, there's the first battle. And we are surprised. I am not surprised that happens. And now, it's ironically the one time when I would have liked to have the forward move thing, the lunge ability. Maybe I should replace pick to the face with it. We still want you to be in this position though. Yeah, the Vestal is fine. She can take some damage, and she will eventually get things sorted out in her favor again. Okay, let's buff the party and move the Vestal back. And that was actually a very poor move on my side. Yeah, we can attack this guy if we want. He's fine. Okay, and you might want to stop attacking the Vestal now. You know, would be nice of you. I think we can attack here. We can just hit him. This guy. Ow! That was impressive. I think this stacks. Let's see. 3, 5, 2. Yep, it stacks. I'm liking this. I'm so glad I moved the Vestal out of the way there. I'm so glad the Adjuster moved himself out of the way there. And the Vestal too. We are having a bit of luck, and I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that, but we were having a bit of luck so far. But don't push him back behind. Don't push him. I hate you sometimes, games. And again, the game did not force me to do it. I can still retreat from this. I don't want to though. I'm gonna kill this guy now.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay, you move there. Okay, that's fine. We'll do. Didn't I have this? There we go. Judgment. We'll judge you. Oh wow! You have been judged indeed. Yeah, we need some healing here going fast, and maybe even some there. Not too direly though. I want to move you back. Okay, and you can just slice off there. Hack away. I mean, those guys are not bleeding. 200% bleeders means they're essentially immune to it. These guys are immune to bleeding. Also, this guy doesn't have the battle heal, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. We can still go with that. And we'll do Dazzling Light on this one. Oh wow, 0. That wasn't nice of you. But he's stunned, so that's fine.
Ringing ears.
Ow!
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
Okay, now this actually has to be done from the last position, which kind of sucks. I think I was one of those that... I think one of the... Yeah, this buffs you with a bit of extra accuracy, so we'll just use that. Get the buff. And I think we can start de-stressing you. If you even make it through this dungeon alive. That's a kind of difficult thing to have now. Oh wow, we gained 1 extra healing. I think that's because we had this thing. This artifact here. And yeah, we want to smite him now. We just want to have some time to heal up. Okay, can't. No, you couldn't. It's a shame. If the Jester could play his Inspiring Tune from this position, I wouldn't switch the Jester to Grave Robber. As it is right now. Also, why did this? Oh, because that's different buff. That is an entirely different buff. Okay, let's keep these stressing. And hit this guy. The pick to the face is actually a decent attack. And he has a high stun resist, so we'll not get anything done there. I didn't want to give him the chance to hit the Crusader again, so we had to finish this. Also, it's nice to have the...
at least promises success.
Okay, I think you can just open that without anything. It wasn't very, very valuable. Ooh, scouting. Nice. I think those require a bit of sanctification. I'm not sure if those can also cure you of your quirks. Okay, we want to do flashing daggers here. What did I do? Debuff, yeah, debuff to bleed resist, which is kind of useless here. Because let's face it, those skeletons are not going to start bleeding no matter how much bleed resist debuffs I stack on them. Actually, they might, but it's very unlikely. I think by the time we have that many debuffs on them, they're already dead. And I mean dead for good. I think we want to focus on this guy. Also, he has a lot of health. He has a whole lot of health. That hurts. Okay, accuse zealously.
Destroy them all.
And I think it's a good idea to keep attacking. I mean, even though it doesn't bleed a lot, you still do a fair amount of damage with it. Dagger this guy.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
As for our Vestal, I think I think now group healing might be a good call. Oh, we even got the full heal there. 2 isn't much, but it can make a massive difference, especially in the fights where you have the entire party low on health, and on death's door that can save the entire party. This can save your little operation there.
Another one falls.
That hurts.
Foolish
I'll take it.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Ooh, for once we didn't lose the loot. We did not lose the loot there. Yeah, onward, move it. And there's a battle. This might get a stressful one, because we have 2 of these goblet-wielding bone courtiers. Maybe we can get rid of some of them early on, but we probably can't. If somebody could hit the Vestal now, that would be great. And I mean not great as in it would be great, but it would be decent? Half useful? Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I think we need a bit of health over there. Then again, can finish this guy off. Let's do that. It also gives a bit of torch, which is nice. And I think we want to stun this one. Just so we don't have the attack coming in this round. Okay, now you throw a dagger over there. You might as well buff. Now we could have removed those bodies, but I don't think there's too much of a point in it. Because we can attack around them. Ooh, this hurt. This is going to hurt.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Yeah, I know what Death Storm means. We definitely want to heal on this person first and foremost. Although even 1 point of health is enough to get away from death's door. You unholy, die. Let's also de-stress you. The thing with the Jester is he always has something to do. He can always buff or just do something generally useful. Might need a new grave robber soon. Ooh, nice. Nice. That has bought us some time. That has bought us a lot of time, potentially. Also, it has moved this guy forward because I think crits will generally remove corpses. Let's do this. I actually want to replace this with the battle heal or the inspiring cry next time. I can't do it in battle, but I think we actually got this skill itself, and I think we might want to reduce the stress on the gravedigger here. Grave robber, not gravedigger. Can we stun this? Great if we could. Come on, stun him, stun him, stun, yes. Okay, you lob a dagger at this guy. If we had plagued him, that would be great. Let's just keep adding torches to this. Ooh, this corpse disappeared. I don't know why they take damage over time, but it's nothing I'm going to complain about. Let's just finish this before he gets another go at us.
As victories mount,
We want to continue adventuring, actually.
Resistance.
Okay, that was something I wanted to do. I forgot what it was. Alright. To see if he doesn't have that. Let's keep this in mind for next time. Also, there are no more room battles, which is peculiar, I think. And now we actually want some hunger checks. Now we actually want those because it lets us recover some health. I definitely want to have those. There we go. Not too many of them. We don't want too many of those. That would suck because we don't have that much food. I believe there are chances to gain more food in every dungeon, but you should not rely on it. Also, this trap is new. We want to remove it with this character. 90%, 80%. Yeah, we want to remove it with this one. That's a bit of stress reduced. I think you'll always see those traps in the areas you've already been to. Although I might be wrong on this one.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Why is it empty? Ah, we had a key. We would have nicked that anyway. And we're going from bad to worse. Just great. Okay. Let's just keep attacking from here. We can recover the. We can redo the group formation later on. Ow. Don't do the stun on the Vestal. We need her in one piece. Also, that kind of sucks. I was hoping we could just move around with the Crusader, but we can't. There, have some zealous accusations. I think we want to do this because it should kill the skeleton. Would have been nice to kill this guy as well, but you can't have them all. And that's really fine. Just give in. Perfect. Thank you. You didn't have to give in to that, but the Eldritch Pool was actually kind of nice. Ooh, lucky. Okay, throw a dagger at this guy. Neat. The Grey Robber has a... I think she does a lot of damage, and that's really quite nice. I mean, you see that. When I first used the Grey Robber, I think in my very first dungeon runs, I lost all my Grey Robbers. no exception. They all died horribly. But once you get used to them and use them, what I suppose is more proper, you can actually have a very, very nice character there. Okay, this is a max health. We'll just do that. Come on. I don't have to keep it around like that, but it frees one inventory slot, so why not do it? Also, there are no more room battles, so this should either be empty or it should be loot. There's an obstacle, there's a battle. We want all of those. Let's see. Wow, that was a lot of stress. We want to use a shovel there. And some torches. Okay, there should be a battle any minute now. There we go. That's a small battle. We should be able to take care of that. I mean, I think 7 damage is a sizable amount. And again, these enemies don't have too much in the way of defense, but still. Also, we want to keep this guy stunned for now. Okay, now harvest there. Why do you always keep... How do you miss somebody who's stunned? And you have to try that. You really have to try that to get it to miss. Also, why do I always focusing that guy? That's not good. That is definitely not good. It is very, very far from good. And we don't need toxin trickery as well. That kind of sucks. Okay, that was useful. Sparring to you. Come on! Was it necessary? Was it really necessary?
The true test. Hold fast or expire.
Definitely heal. I think there's actually an achievement for getting like 5 attacks and surviving them at death's door. It's one of those things that I don't aim for, but we might end up getting them. We might as well not though. I'd prefer not to get close to that achievement. Ooh, more leads. We want that. And now is that point where you really want to consider what to do. Maybe we'll get a scouting check here. We don't. There should be more loot over there, but there's also a very good chance that the grave robber will die horribly. Then again, there would be always more heroes we could use, and let's actually leg it. I might regret this, but I think it's a good idea to move away.
We reclaim what is ours.
And I now have to really get Reynolds sorted out. Because this kleptomania has cost us a lot. That's okay. Oh, we have to get the kleptomania sorted. And it might get expensive. Like, the higher a hero gets level-wise, the worse it gets.
Years, an eternity, and we were rewarded with madness.
Oh, cool! We unlocked the survivalist and the nomad wagon. There's no special week this week. There are some pretty cool weeks where everything is free. Okay, you. Get your kleptomania sorted right now. Because I'm done with this. I'm totally done with this. Let's see, can we get a... We can't. I was hoping we get a Houndmaster. Really like him. Can shop for rare items.
Trinkets and charms.
They're
gathered from
pretty
all
damn expensive for now.
of the earth.
And you can still get those from other places as well. You can still get them from regular dungeons. So the Number 12 is actually one of the places I have used least of all.
At home in wild places, She is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
And the survivalist is very useful, because it allows you to unlock all those surviving skills. You can still only have 3 of them, but having the right combination is always nice. For example, there are some of them which you definitely want to have. On long efforts, I try to have at least one who has the prevents nighttime ambush ability, like either Dismas or the Vestal, or the Houndmaster can do it too. And the rest is essentially, it doesn't matter. They are all useful, but yeah. You definitely want one person in your party that can prevent nighttime ambushes. Also, we can either upgrade the... No, we can't upgrade the guild. We need portraits for that. We can upgrade the blacksmith. Could go with the furnace. We don't want that, because the furnace without anything to actually forge in it is useful, useless.
A stronger shield. Anything to prolong a soldier's life.
Okay. Now, we are fairly stressed. And I want to go to the guild and have this guy... Okay, now if we move the grave robber to the 2nd slot, we don't need this, although poison darts is a nice skill. It's a really cool skill because light damage. Okay, let's also see this. Something I really love about this game is that you have every single thing has a different ability here, or has a different text here. Also, this is pretty cool. In fact, I might actually lose some money here
on survival.
and use that to get knight moves. Okay, do I have to unlock that now? Yes, please select that. Okay, you can also have this... where's the pilfering? Oh, that's the pilfering. Everybody has his own things, and that's something I really like, because it shows how much effort and how much attention to detail went into this game, and that makes it one of the very few examples on Steam that, or on the, well, it's not in early access anymore, but back then it was one of the very few positive examples. I mean, look at that, it has a different text here, and also here. And they did that for every single class. Just think about all the amount of time and effort that took. And also, we are going to upgrade everybody eventually, but right now, or at least as long as we are confined in terms of money, I tend to only upgrade the heroes that I actually send out. How many heroes did we lose yet? We didn't lose anybody yet. It's going to happen eventually. It is definitely going to happen. Okay, and I would also like to not go into the ruins now, because our Crusader is currently not ready yet. This is something we're definitely not ready yet for, because that's a boss. We don't want to do that. You want to do that with at least level 1 heroes, maybe level 2 even would be even better. And you want to have upgraded equipment. Even though this stuff is really good. This alone would be worth going for, but no. Oh, that's also pretty cool. Ooh, nice. Yeah, so we don't have any really amazing rewards, except the one that I'm not going to go for right now, because you don't want to do this without Crusader. At least I don't want to do it without a Crusader in my party. Now, all the boss enemies are a bit special. They all have different abilities, and they all play a bit different, which again shows how much attention to detail went into this game. And Yeah, no, you want to be well equipped for those. You can't just go in there with a party that you think has done a few dungeons and is fine. That won't work. It totally won't work. It will go horribly wrong. Believe me. I've had this with the very first boss. I think I tried the wizened hag. And my party got absolutely annihilated. I think I even had a total defeat there because I think my last guy got kind of stun locked there. Anyway, I think that's all for this week, or for this episode. I'm gonna cook something now, so I'm not gonna record another episode right away. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.